What's your story, Justin?
What?
What is your story?
No have the work permit.
Mm-hmm.
No work now. Because no work permit.
Yeah.
Work sometimes
Hard.
3-4 hours, no regular.
Yeah.
No idea. Sometimes they move it to plaza because you pay the rent.
Yes. Yeah.
The rent, the bill, the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife is pregnant now.
Yes.
Yeah, problem.
And you play beautifully on that.
Thank you. Yeah, play for from Italy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone over there in social media land. We are here, and season 10. Oh, bro. Yes, we are here on season 10 of the Question Live Show. Yes, we are rolling. Happy New Year to all of you who are out there. We are on our second and third day of 2024. So I want to say to you, I want to take some time to celebrate you. I want to take some time to declare that we are prepared. I hope that we are prepared and we are ready enough to receive what 2024 is going to give us. Listen, we plant, and when we plant, we shall reap. Anywhere we plant, we shall reap. Whether you reap one thing or two, we shall reap. You cannot reap until you plant. The only time you can do that, unless you're a farmer's child, but if you're a farmer's child like moi, then the parents plant, and then you are going to reap the benefit from it. So most time when you are a farmer's child and you're not literally planting, you're reaping the benefit, and in some cases like that, you're carrying the legacy of the farmers. Okay, while you build yours, how do you build yours? By sitting and watching, taking notes, and planting your own seeds. Yes, indeed. So this is how we are going to roll into season 10. We want to plant seed so we can reap, so we can share, so we can have an overflow. When a farmer plant things, they sit and they just don't plant one thing on it. Because like I said, I'm from a farmer's background. You don't just plant one grain of corn. You plant, because you don't expect to eat one grain of corn. You expect to eat corns, okay? So when you plant, you want to plant just going in. Oftentimes we hear, don't put your eggs in one basket. But hey, it's up to you if you want to put your eggs in one basket or you want to have 10 lizard baskets hanging somewhere. It don't matter. At this point, if you put your egg in one basket and one of those egg cracked, you got some more. If you put it in different baskets, now you got to search to see where you put those. But the good thing about putting them in different baskets is that when you put them in a basket, maybe you put it in a basket in a different city, in a different state, in a different country, in a different family. Wherever you put the next basket, somewhere along the line, that basket is going to produce something. So what will happen? It is now an overflow from what you put in that basket. You're not handing over an empty basket. You're handing over a basket with something in there. So when we want to have an overflow, no, I'm not telling you not to put your egg in one basket. It is up to you. But when we want an overflow, we got to have the mentality of an overflow. We got to have the mentality of planting in overflow. So what? We can reap in overflow. We can reap in abundance. We can go on and on and on and on. So wherever you are planting your seed, keep on planting. Well, if you planted for the past 3 years, Just to let you know, if you planted for if you planted for the next 3 years, if you planted 3 years ago, this 2024, I am telling you, this 2024 is the season, year, whatever you want to call it, of open doors. When those doors open, wherever you plant those seeds, honey, you are going to be rewarded for those. Okay, so if you plant it in your family, you're going to be rewarded. If you're planted in another country, you're going to be rewarded. Doors wide open. So, yes, indeed. So, tonight, as we open season 10, see that? Not 5, not 6, 10. We open season 10. As a literal mother, a biological mother, when I gave birth at 9 months, and the 10th month, I'm like, ooh, my baby turned 1 month. We celebrate as new parents, okay? So we want to have a moment where we celebrate in this 10th season. What is it that you have to celebrate? Come on in so we can celebrate. You are going to see me spotlighting a lot of different things for season 10. If you just came in, I just spotlighted me on the street doing what I like to do, what I was called to do, and that is to lift up humanity. And that is to go out there and give hope to one person who's hopeless. So if you came in late, you see that you missed the video where I was on the street. This is what you have to do. This is how you plan to see by at least one person at a time. When you do one person at a time, you will see your seed will not go in vain. Your seed will not go in vain. Okay? When you plant with a good heart, a good intention. When you're doing something, do it pure, and you'll see the benefit. Now, I show that video. I am not seeking no. As you can see, the guy had his sign up. He is seeking help, okay? Not me. He's seeking help. I'm only responsible for spotlighting things like this. That is my assignment to spotlight these things. When I spotlight these things, you can watch the video. You can go ahead and you see the information on there, and by all means, do what you do best. But me, I just do what I do best, and that is to show up and to come and encourage you, to inspire you, to empower you, and to support you as we go along on this journey. We are just in the beginning of 2024. What are your plans? So with that said, listen to me. We're live, okay? So if this is your first time tuning in on the Christian Live Show, I mean totally the first time you're tuning in on the Christian Live Show. You never heard of the Christian Live Show before. You never heard of Verona Willis-Brown before. You never heard of the Are You Free Enough platform. I want to say to you, very, very, very big welcome to you. You are coming in the right season. You are coming in the season of overflow. Now listen to me as we go over some rules. We have some rules here. But don't you worry about them. You don't have to pick any of them. We just have some called house rules. We will not go over all that we did in season 9 because season 9 is now gone. No, we're in season 10. We am telling you that if you are watching this and you wave to me, you say hi to me, and I see you and I acknowledge you in the audience, I will spotlight your name on the screen. The only thing I ask of you to do is just a simple request. Look in the bottom right in the middle right there, and please share the live. Well, if you're watching this online. And if you're watching this and it's not live, please share the replay as well so we can move on into this journey. We want to move on to this journey together. I talk about being together at all times because we need to support each other. Just the way I support this girl behind me, okay? We need to support. You see her keep on trying to pop in? Yeah. We need to support each other because that is how we are going to get on this journey called success. So as you know, little rules that we have here, just simple. Just grab yourself something to write with, grab yourself something to drink, use the bathroom, get ready, just get your mind ready, and just get ready to just roll into it. We're going to dive into stuff really, really like, we're going to push through some stuff here tonight as we open the door. So again, share the live, share the replay, grab yourself something to write with, grab yourself something to drink, use the bathroom. Listen, put in the comment section that you are with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm with you. put in the comment section that you are with me. This is, let me tell you, let's get this clear right now. This is not a monologue. This is a dialogue, which is a conversation between you and I. So I would like to see a conversation rolling in the audience. When I see a conversation rolling in the audience, I just said, hey, I'm not by myself, right? Because I don't want to be by myself talking, even though now, every now and then, she popped up and she wanted to say a thing or two. So as you can see, she keep on popping up. But despite the fact that this lady back here keep on popping up, focus on me. I am the one doing all the talking. She just back there, just back there. I'm the one doing all the talking. So just come on in, get your stuff ready, share the live, hit the notification bell, go back out, hit the notification bell, hit share, like, and so we could move right along. Newbies, if you are new, like I said, you are here and you are at the best season at all time. You are in the best episode at all time. 260 episodes of the Western Live Show. So good. Let me tell you, I'm back. I'm doing all a lot of talking. So just get something, drink something. Listen, you have anything to celebrate? Because even though we are celebrating 2024, if you start 2024 with a plan, if you start 2024 with a goal, if you start 2024 with an open vision, come on in. Let us work together. We want to get this thing popping. We don't want nobody to linger behind, okay? We don't want you to linger behind in this season. This is not the season to linger. This is where things are overflowing. And when things are overflowing, if you are not prepared, and if you're not ready, you are going to be anxious going into this season. We don't want no one to be anxious. Be anxious for nothing, but be prepared for everything. Be ready for everything. So this is how we are going to roll into the Question Live Show with, of course, moi, your host, Verona Willis-Brown. Good. So don't forget to share. So what tonight we're gonna talk about some stuff. We're gonna talk about, what are our plans. We're gonna talk about, are you planning? This is the beginning of the year. And of course, at most times you hear someone saying, I'm making a New Year's resolution. What are resolutions? These are things that they sit and say they plan to do. Okay? They plan to do these things. I'm making a resolution that I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It is a plan. It is a goal setting. It is us putting something down to say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to gain 5 pounds. I am going to make sure that I'm on the dating scene. I'm going to this. I'm going to that. I'm going to this. That is called planning. But how many times that resolutions are made, and within maybe the next 5, 10, 15 days, that resolution got diminished. Why? Because lack of commitment, lack of putting trust, lack of being intentional, lack of taking action, intentional action that did not put that plan in place. Now it becomes only a thought. Right? It's only a thought. And we don't want only thoughts. We want to take action, because when we take action, you will see that life got a little bit better when we take action, instead of just sitting there floating on our thoughts. When we float on our thoughts, we're just floating like a boat on the river and floating away. We don't want to be like the wind, just blowing and going. We want to be all elements. We want to stand firm in our determination. We want to stand firm in our intention. We want to stand firm in our goal setting. So whatever we plan for this 2024, let us be sure that it is intentional, that we are coming in to take intentional action towards what is it that we plan. So with that said, listen up. Tonight we are going to talk about planning. Yeah. We are going to talk about planning. We're going to talk about some ways we are going to get through this. We are in the third day, right? Morning and night, whichever. God is so good. God gave us 2 days for the price of one, and that is how we roll. So that's how God rolls. Yeah. That's how God rolls. God rolls with You know what I'm saying? Two for the one, two for one, two for one. So this is how we are going to roll. But before we roll into anything, I want to go into the audience really, really quick and see who we have in the audience. Oops. Who we have in the audience. I see who we have in the audience. I see Sharon. Sharon, welcome, welcome, welcome to season 10. We are rolling into an overflow of this season. And this season, if you are not ready, you are not prepared, you are going to be anxious for what is coming. So I want to welcome you. Happy New Year to you, your space, your family. I want to say bless you for coming. Thank you so much for coming in here. Cheryl is a VIP. For those of you who are just coming in this season, you're new to the season. We have VIP badge, okay? VIPers are people who come on in. They've been here, not maybe from season 1, but they've been here. And not only they've been here, but they've been here and they took action. And some are taking action as well. So we want to call them the VIPers. They earn a badge that they are VIPers. So Cheryl is a VIPer. So newbies, if you're out there and you want to earn a badge on this show of a VIPer, you got to come on in, not only make plans, not only with intention, but be intentional with your intention and take action so we can set you right there on what? The VIPer launch. You want to go on the VIPer badge, okay? So good. So what are your plans? We are going to go over a few things of how we are going to get through this planning, how we are going to get through 2024. At least get through January, because if we get through the next day, the next 2 days, next 3 days, somewhere along the line, once we make it through one day, listen, we gear up ourselves to make it to the next day. Once we get to the second day, we want to gear up ourselves to get to the third day. So this is what we're going to do. We want to shift our mentality. Listen to me, audience. It doesn't make sense for us to go into the new year with the same mentality. We say, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. That becomes so fluid to us because it becomes so fluid. We say it all the time. I wish you a Happy New Year. I wish you a Happy New Year. But let me tell you something. It doesn't make sense for us to go into a new year, or I consider a new season, with the same mentality. Now that becomes like a conflict of interest, because what? We are going in there with the same mentality that we had for the past 15 years, for the past 15 days, for the past 5 years, for the past 3 years. We are going into a new season, into a new year with the same mentality. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We want to adjust our mentality. So when we adjust our mentality, whatever season we fall in, now we learn how to adapt. We learn how to absorb. We learn how to adjust our mentality, okay? When we adjust our mentality, the very thing that is waiting on us on that season or that same year, we will absorb it a little bit better. We will adjust a little bit better. So how can we go into a new year with the same mentality? We're talking the same talk. We're doing the same thing. We're having this. We're having that. Sometimes we have to change circle. Sometimes we have to change circle. You might be wearing the same clothes, but guess what? Now you feel more fashionable in your clothes. You might be wearing the same hairdo, but you might feel more fashionable. You might feel more confident wearing your same hairdo. But let me tell you, sometimes you have to make adjustment. Hey, do like that. Slant this a little bit. Hey. Get a little bit more color. Do something. We want to make some adjustment. Because if we continue with the same mentality, we might just miss. We might just miss the very thing that is being prepared for us. She agreed. You see how quickly she popped up? Yes, she agreed. See, that's my co-host back here. Okay, she's my co-host. So we are rolling here tonight. So tonight I want to go over 7 ways that we need to plan. 7, only 7. I believe in number 7 because that's total completion, honey. So I believe in 7. 7 ways we can plan to make it at least, hello, somebody, at least for January, at least for January. Write things down, people. Write things down, write things down, write things down, write things down. Lord of mercy, get your writing tools and write things down. I don't know what you write with, whatever you're writing with, however you write with, even in your text to yourself, all sort of stuff. Just write things down. You're not gonna write what I'm telling you, but you better write what is coming to your vision, because your vision is your vision. But we drop stuff here. You see, here in this show, we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, okay? And I personally encourage you to write them down. Write them down, because it extracts the very thoughts out of our head when we write things down. Because imagine you thinking of so many things. As adults, we get to think about so many responsibilities. We have so many responsibilities. We got to do that. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to do this. And guess what? Then the very important thing, sometimes the very important thing, we don't remember that we need to do it. But if we just write it down, and then as we accomplish it, we mark it off, put a line through it. In college, my professor said, don't scribble when you make a mistake. Put one line through it. And oh boy, when he told me that looked a little bit neater. I was like, ooh. Don't scratch. I had a professor, he was so annoyed with all that scratch. It's like, put a line, one line, right? Or put a check mark when you accomplish something. So when we write things down, we don't got to be struggling, overthinking, because we overthink so much. When we overthink the very things that we should have written down, I'm so stressed. Oh my God, I'm so depressed. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, I'm so overwhelmed. Oh my goodness. Right? But if we just take a moment and write things down, we will see that the stress level, we deflate the stress level. We deflate the stress level when we just write things down. We go back, we open our note, whatever it is, and we go in there. Maybe it's on your phone, wherever it is. And we're okay, so I need to do that. Okay, sometimes it's called things to do. They had the to-do list, right? So what you want to go for January 1st, January 3rd, you want to put, for the next 3 months, I would like to accomplish this. I'm working to accomplish this. For the next month, I'm working to accomplish this, and so forth and so forth. Put your plan on paper. Let me say this again. Put your plan on paper. We are in season 10. I am not going to be going over that which we did for the past 9 months. No, we are giving birth to a bigger baby. We are giving birth. Baby is now 1 month at this point, even though, imagine, baby just born, but baby is 1 month. Okay? We are pushing into a different direction here. So if you are new, I encourage you to get something to write with. And as I speak, you might write down. If not, then you can just get screenshots of the very things that might be popping up on the screen. Write things down. Write things down. So let us go over 7 ways that we want to plan our journey, right? Because this is a journey and we are here to support each other. Right? We are here to support each other. So this is a journey, and 7 ways that we want to go through, whether it is through the first day, the second day, the first month, the first year, whatever it is, maybe the first 3 months, whatever the case is, or ever we plan to get through, whether it is your short-term goals or your long-term goals. We got to have a plan. We got to have a plan. Sometimes they're like, oh, your emergency plan, evacuation plan, whatever the plan is. But here we go. Number 1, this is what we want to do to get our plan in place. What are your plans? Right? But either way, whatever your plans are, we work together, we bring things together, we support each other, we grow together, we build together. But the first thing that we want to do when we are planning something, we want to put God first. Put God first. Hello? Put God first. Put the Creator first. the creator. When we say God, we're talking about the creator, the one who created us, the one who opened our eyes, the one who said, no, you are in 2024, the one who breathed breath and said, no, you are in 2024. That is who I'm talking about, the creator, the one who said, hey, I know every part of your being. I know how your blood running through your vein. I know how your heart is beating. I know how your mind is flowing. I am that person who is responsible for you. So let us go back to that responsible person who is God and seek him first. Your eyes open. God, thank you. Thank you. Okay, we want to come into this place where we are grateful to God. We want to come into this place where we seek God first. Seek God first, no matter what your plans are, whether they're big or small. Seek God first. Whatever your plans are, you're writing them down. God, this is what I'm planning. Because, they have a saying that said, when we plan, God is like, oh, whatever. God just been laughing. But God wants us to plan. So he could laugh and say, I have a better plan for you, darling. Don't you worry about it. But let me see what you got. Let me see what you got. It's like you're working in a partnership with God. And God is like, let me see what you got. Girl, come on up in here, guy. Let me see what you got. So we want to have something when we present to God. God is saying, oh, that's what you got? I got something better for you. Okay, God, whatever you got better, I'm all for better. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for better. Whatever you have going on, God, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah. Yeah. I see another VIP coming in. Paulette, welcome. Happy New Year to you. Indeed. Welcome to a season of overflow. Yep, this is all we are going to flow. Paulette is a VIP. For you first timer who don't know, we do have VIPers up in here. So we are talking about our plans for 2024, Paulette. You just come on in. You came in right on time. The first thing that we want to do when we set our plans, whether it is small or large, the first thing that we want to do when we are planning is put God first. God must be the forerunner. God is first. God is saying, listen to me. Hey, what you got? You know what I'm saying? God like calling you on the phone like, hey, Sharon, what you got? What you got? You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we have something to go back to God and say, God, I'm planning this. And God's like, okay. Because you see, God is the reviewer. You know what I'm saying? God like to review the thing. But God gave us the chance. God give us the opportunity. Like, listen, I'm going to give you some opportunity to write down something for yourself. Because God gave us free will. He gave us free will. Free will to do the very thing that is like, hey, you're capable of doing something. You're capable of doing something. And God said, listen, let me see what you got. You planning something? Yeah, God. And God is making a phone call. Hello? Yeah. What you doing? I'm planning my next month. What is it? God, this is it. Right? God is on the phone. You know what I'm saying? It's a team. It's a team. We're working with God because he's a team. We're a team. And God is like, okay, tell me what you got. And sometimes God don't tell you what he got, but he wants you to tell him what you got, right? So we want to put God first because why? God says, I woke you up. So guess what? I know that you're going to do something. I woke you up for a reason. And if I woke you up for a reason, that simply means you got something going on. That means you're going to be thinking that, oh, I should be doing that. I should be planning that. Seek God first. That is the number one way to go. What are your plans? It doesn't even matter if God is not in the forerunner. You might want to reconsider your plans. When we are not putting God first, we might have to go back and reconsider our plans. Right? So we oftentimes plan. But most of the time, we just like, we're not including God. Include God. We want to include God in everything. God must come first. Yes, indeed. The next thing that we want to do, we want to make sure that the very plan that we have is sturdy. It is a steady foundation. It is a steady foundation because God is a steady foundation. God is not unstable. No. God is not unstable. We want to make sure that whatever we are planning, it is a sturdy plan. It is in place. It is intact. Why? Because it is written down. When something is solid, it is written down. When something is a firm foundation, it is written down. It's like when you're building a house. If you're building a house, you're not going to take your nice little brick and you're going to put it on the seashore where the sand just flowing away. No, you're going to find a solid foundation, and that is what we want to have. We want to have a solid foundation in our planning. We want to make sure that the very thing that we're planning is realistic. Okay? We want to make sure that our plan is solid. When we are building a house, we're not going to sit there like, oh, we have one brick. Let's put this brick on the sand. Let's take it to the shore. Let's go to the beach because we want to have a beach house. And we're going to take it to the beach. We're going to put it down right there. And then what happened? What's going to happen? Most likely, the water is going to keep on coming, and the water is going to soak your brick, and your brick is going to crumble, and it's going to crumble and turn into sand. So make sure that our foundation is solid. Solid. When I say solid foundation, I'm talking about mentally, okay? Mentally, we don't want to waver between two opinions. We must be very, very sure of what is it that we are planning. What is it that we expect to achieve? What are our goals that we expect to achieve within a time frame? So we don't want to be wavering back and forth. Oh my God, I should plan this. No, I should plan that. Oh, wait a minute, I should plan this. Oh, wait. I know, I don't want to plan that. We want to be solid in our mind. Our mind should be stabilized. You see, our mind should be stable. And she agrees. You see her back here? She agreed. Whenever she agrees on something, she just pop right up like, yeah, girl. Yep. We want to be stable in our mentality. Our mind is supposed to be steady. Good. Now let's go to number three. Number three says, we want to set some boundaries. What are we setting boundaries on? We are setting boundaries on our goals. We are guarding our goals. We are guarding our plan. Sometimes people talk too much. Sometimes God whisper to us, and what? We go da 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 da, and we talk all the details of what God is saying. We talk everything, and God is saying, I'm whispering something to you. I'm telling you a secret. And sometimes we go and we just da, 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 and what happened to that plan? And then we wonder why the very plan that we planned did not surface. Why it did not manifest? Why it did not come in place? Why? Because we have to learn to be quiet. Sometimes we talk too much. When we plan something, we take it to God and say, God, so this is what I plan. What do you think about this? Wait for God to answer. So we want to set up boundaries so we can block out that which will crumble our plans. Hello, somebody? Yeah. It's like taking this plate of food. Well, this is not a plate of food, but taking a plate of food, and you're like, hey, this is how this is that, this is how, this that. When God is giving you something, God is giving you instruction, we got to set boundaries, okay? Let's set boundaries. Let us roll into setting boundaries. That is number 3. Set boundaries. As we set boundaries, we will roll into our plan a little bit better. We will get our plans going. And when we get our plans going, you will see. You will see. I am telling you, you will see. Your plan will manifest at a higher level. Your plan will manifest a bit more sturdy. So we want to plan. And we want to plan and have boundaries. Not everybody in your corner. I'm trying to let you know. Not everybody in your corner. So guess what? Not everybody should know what God told you. Not everybody should know what your plans are. Let your plan manifest first. Then you talk about it. Because now you're going to be bragging about what God told you. Okay? All right, good. Now that we got that, let's go into the next one. Oops. The next one is no matter what. Audience, no matter what your plan, whether you plan this or this, whether you plan that or this, be committed. Be committed to your plans. God is committed. That's why God got us to 2024. That's why God got me here at season 10. God is committed. So let us learn how to be committed to the very plan and to God. Be committed. Stay with the plan. Stick with it. Sometimes when you talk too much, listen, honey, let me tell you. Your plan don't happen. Yeah. Talk too much. When we say be silent, we're not saying just like shut down. We're just saying, hum a little bit. Okay? Because when we are silent, we hear God a little bit better. But when we talk, we don't stop. Because silence is just a pause into how we are talking. And because we are talking, we don't hear what God is saying regarding the very plan that we put it on. God, this is the plan. Did we stop to say, God, what do you think about this plan? We did not stop. We got to pause. In silence is just a pause. It's a pause to listen, okay? It's a pause to listen. So we want to go into that place where we pause to listen. It's not every single sometimes we got to give details. Sometimes you have a confidant, okay? Sometimes we have a confidant like, okay, I plan to do this. I plan to do that. And they give you their opinion, right? But sometimes you have to eliminate all the details. I plan to go there. I plan to this. Don't give all the details. Let me tell you, the devil will follow you. I'm just saying. But this one is be committed. Be committed. If you plan, again, if you plan, you write your plan down. Be committed to the plan. Stick with the plan. When we make a commitment, we join force. I am committed to you. When there's a marriage, I am committed to you. When you have your children, I am committed to be the best parent. Be committed. God said, I am committed. Stay committed to your plan. Stay committed. Stay committed to know that God is in front. God got you. Just trust God. God got you. Be committed to your plan. Do not break your plan and go wavering like you are some ship on some rocky sea. Don't go wavering. Stick with the plan. Discipline yourself to be committed. Stay committed to that plan. If it's planned for 5 days, stay committed to the plan. Show up, take intention, have your intention, and show up and take action. If it's for 5 days, you plan something to do for 5 days. Again, some people did resolution. Oh, in the first 15 days, guess what those resolutions did? They crashed because commitment got it. So if you plan to do something in 15 days, in the first 15 days of January, stick with it. No matter what distraction, no matter what, don't lose your focus. Stay committed to the plan. And when you stay committed to the plan, you will see that when you accomplish that first month or the first day or the 15 of 10 days, you will see that you roll in a little bit better. So you're getting closer to your purpose. You're getting closer to achieve your goals. You're getting closer to your destiny, because our whole purpose on this earth is to accomplish our purpose, is to achieve our purpose that God put us here for. Listen to me, audience. Purpose is not one thing. Oh, I fulfilled my purpose. No, that purpose is not one thing. We got a soul purpose and we got purpose together. Okay? It's not one thing. No, we got to seek to find out all the purposes there is. So every day we have an opportunity to discover more purposes and purpose and purpose and purpose. Purpose one today, maybe your purpose is every day. You got to seek every day and find out what is it. But whatever the case is, stick with it, okay? You plan it, Well, plan with a pen. Plan with a pen. Because if you plan with a pen, so you might erase it. Plan with a pen. Think. As a matter of fact, get a permanent marker. Get a permanent marker. Plan with it. Put it on a board. Put it on a clear board. You don't get one of those poster board. I plan to do this in the next 5 days. Look at it. Show up. Take action. Be committed to that plan. Good. When we are committed, you see, God said, I see you. God wants to work with us, okay? God wants to work with us. Why God wants to work with us? He woke us up. Let me tell you, I like to talk about me. Growing up, and if you can relate, you can say me, me, me. You can just wave. Growing up, we heard of 2000. The year 2000. And some years ago, they said the world would end in 2000. Oh, Y2K. Woo, the world is going to end. Well, growing up, I heard 2000, and 2000 seemed like it was so far away. Far, far, far. I said, ooh, I'm not going to make it for no 2000. I'm going to be really, really old then. I'm not going to make it. That's far. That's far. Huh? And I see 1999 and all that stuff. And then when 2000 came, and they're like, ooh, year 2000. I said, ooh, how did I make it to 2000? When I was a little girl saying, I'm not going to make it to 2000, right? If you can relate, you can say me, okay? And then I got to 2000, and I'm like, ooh, I made it to 2000. Good. Lord knows. And when they said the world going to end at 2000, I'm like, ooh, wee. But guess what happened? My purpose was not fulfilled. But look at what happened right now. Purpose is a continual journey. Absolutely. Who is this? Yes, Paulette, it is. Until you leave this earth, your purpose is continually. You got to continue this journey as you go along. Every day you have the moment. Every day. Until you leave this earth. Until you leave this earth. And I'm telling you what I'm saying, 2000 came, and I said, oh my goodness, I made it to 2000. Who would have known 24 years later after 2000, we would be still sitting here? After they said, oh, the world going to end in 2000. 24 years later, God was so committed. God is still committed to us. He's still committed. He's still faithful that 24 years later, some went, yeah, some left. But I said, oh, Lord, I thank you. 24 years later, he still got me right here. Hello? You see commitment? That is commitment. That is faithfulness. And that is how we got to be committed to our plans. Whatever plan we make, when we make commitment with the plan, God is saying, all right, I got you. I see what you're doing. I see you got something rolling. Let me see how I can rearrange it. God wants to rearrange our plans. Not all the plans that we created is what God is best for us. All right, so good. So purpose is a continual journey, and I love that. I absolutely love that. So now let us go into the next one. We gotta be conscious. Let us make a conscious, a positive. We gotta be conscious, okay? We gotta be positive in our consciousness that whatever impact we are making every day we gotta make a positive impact towards the plan. Every day we got to make a positive contribution towards the plan. So we got to be conscious of the very things that we are contributing to the plan and who is contributing to the plan. So we talk about this earlier. I mentioned earlier, not everyone should know the plan. Because when we are making conscious decisions towards a plan, we want positive things to deposit in there. Now listen, I'm from a farmer's background. When we are planting, we expect whatever, a carrot, a corn, a turnip, yam, whatever, to grow out of it. We don't expect that, oh, it's not going to grow. We expect it to grow. So we're going to have a positive expectations towards the very plan that we are putting forward. Let us be positive. Let us be conscious that those who are contributing, are they contributing something positive? or you contributing something positive towards your plan. So that is how we want to be very, very conscious that the positive impact that we are making, or the positive contribution that we're making, it could be from us or from somebody else. If it's negative, is it from us or from somebody else? But let us move into a place of consciousness of how we are going to contribute to the very plan that we set in place, whether it's for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4, whether it's for the entire year. Okay? However long, short-term goal or long-term goal, what are the contribution that we are putting in? Every effort, please, people, every effort to make sure that whatever we are depositing is positive, because it starts with us first. It starts with us. I talked about this before, that everything about us is personalized. Every single thing about us is a personalized thing. Our journey is personalized. The people that come in our life is personalized. The people that come out, it is personal. Everything is a personal decision. Everything is personalized. The way we're moving into things is personalized. Our confidence is personalized. Our intention, our goals, everything is personalized. So we want to make sure that whatever we are depositing, it is more on the positive side. But negative is there, because negative is a part of us. But we want to lean more to the positive side to contribute to our lands. Yes, indeed. So next thing we want to do, we want to go back to the same first source. We want to go to God for strength. We want to tap into that strength. Boop, boop, boop. It's like, excuse me. Sometimes we go and be like, I'm so tired. I'm so weak. I'm so this. I'm so that. And we talk about the very things that come after I am. We talk about this over and over when we talk about what comes after I am. When we start saying, I am tired. Hey, Lord, I need you. Go back to God. Go back to your source for strength. When you feel weary, you say, God, I need some strength. God, give me some strength. So the plan might look, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to accomplish this, but I need to do this. God, give me strength. God, guide me. God, come on in here. Come on, Lord. Come on, Lord. And give me strength, because I wrote this plan down. Why we wrote it down? Because we have a desire. We have a desire to accomplish something. And when we have a desire to accomplish something, that is the plan. It's not just with us like, it's just floating out of the air. It's not a bird just drop something down and like, hey. No. It's not just a leaf just fall off the tree and be like, oh yeah. No. Whatever we are planning, it is a desire. It is a deep desire within us. And that's the reason why we can plan something. If we plan to drop 10 pounds, because it has desire in us to drop 10 pounds. If we plan to buy a house, it's because it has desire in us to have a house. If we desire to be married, it has desire inside of us. So whatever we're planning, it is a desire deep inside of us that we are bringing to surface. And what happened? When we work on things, we are working from the inside. So every single thing that we're planning, it is a desire from our inside. I desire to make $1 million. Yes. You plan to make $1 million? Yes. Action you're taking, go according to your heart desire. If you plan to make $1 million for the rest of the year, what action are you taking? What are your plans to accomplish this goal? If you plan to write a book, what are the plans that you are making? If you plan to be married, hey, how are you planning to meet this person? You know what I'm saying? So everything is a desire from in here. So in here, okay? So every single day, we got to take action. We're going to take action. We're going to take action. Oftentimes, we don't take intentional action. We plan something. Why? I would love to have that, right? And we could say, I would love to have that. I would love to have that. But plan it. Plan it. Write it down. See, write it down with a pen, with a permanent marker. Not that I would love to have it. I don't know. Not I would love to have it. You declare the thing that you want to have. Yes, I desire, Lord, I desire to have this, and these are my plan to achieve this. These are my plan to achieve this. These are my plan. And you write them down, whether you write in 7 or 5 or 2 or 3 or 2, 1. It don't even matter how many. Whatever it is that you plan to do, write them down step by step. This is what I plan to do, and this is how I plan to do this. When we have strength, we will serve each other more effectively. When we come into a full alignment of the plan and we see that plan at work and we take it action, we will serve each other in a more effective way. But if we are not planning with a solid foundation, if we're not planning with God first, if we're not planning by setting boundaries, if we're not planning by asking God for strength, we cannot serve each other effectively. We are here to serve each other effectively. Just like you see my finger, we want to serve each other effectively. Why? Because we're here to support each other. The more we support each other is the more we will grow. The more we will grow is the stronger we will be. So therefore, I say, come on in. Here, you don't got to support me and listen to me. Just find somebody to support. But you want to be effective. You want to have the mentality to support somebody in an effective way. Serve somebody in an effective way. Every day, ask God to give you an opportunity. There are opportunity every day to serve somebody. So when we put God first, you will see we will serve more effectively. And the last thing that we want to do is we want to surrender our plan. We want to take the entire thing that we planned. We wrote it down. We sit there. We look over it. We say, "Oh, am I gonna do this?" Your thing is not. Your job is not to know how you're gonna do it. Your job is to write it down. And when you write it down, because what we oftentimes do, we oftentimes sit there and say, "How am I gonna do this? Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have enough of that. Oh, am I gonna do? How am I gonna manage? How am I gonna finish? How am I gonna this?" And we say, how, and what happened? Huff, and we huff and we huff and we huff. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And what happened? You're racing up your heartbeat too much. But God is saying, just write the thing down. And then you surrender it to Him. So you write it down, zoom everything down nicely. And then you said, nope, I'm not going to stress of how, because that's where stress come in. How am I going to get this done? This is not possible, because now when you start saying how, you say that it's not possible. This is not possible. How am I going to move to the next level? How am I going to meet this person? How am I going to achieve this goal? How am I going to achieve this dream? How are this? How is that? Surrender it all to God. Write it down and then go back and say, God, this is what I wrote down. This is my heart desire. You promised me that you would grant my heart desire. Sometimes we don't even know our own heart desire. Because sometimes what we do, we desire things from our eyes. Sometimes we don't know our entire heart desire. But God knows our heart desire, because what? He designed us. He's the one that designed us. And if He's the one that designed us, honey, He knows. He knows. Not knows. He knows. And I always say, when you do like this, you're brilliant. He knows, okay? He knows, and because He knows, we want to take all that we wrote down, we want to take it right back and surrender it to Him. So when we plan, listen, whatever your plan are, what are your plans for the next month? What are your plans for the next 2 months? What are your plans for the next 3 months? Whatever your plans are, I want to say to you, you don't have to go according to all 7 things that I just listed here today, but whatever your plans are, my main thing is to say to you, put God first in that plan. So we can go over them real quick. Put God first. Set boundary. When you set boundary, seek for strength. Be committed. Look for strength in God. Surrender to God and have a steady foundation. When you have all these things, you will see your very plan that you set, whether it is short term or long term, you will see it will come into place. As we talk about that, and this is our first episode of season 10, I want to talk about someone who planned something. I highlighted this. If you just coming in, if you just coming in, I want to put up and highlight that I did earlier on in the show before I close out. There is a guy, he is naturalized Jamaican, that he had a plan. He had a desire, he had a dream, and he planned on his dream. When you dream something, you got to plan on the dream. When you got a vision, you got to plan on it. And his dream was to go up to Mount Everest. Everybody know Mount Everest? The highest mountain, right? So his plan, his dream was to accomplish that goal. And he planned on how he's going to do this. He got out and he got going and he took a helicopter and he went zoom, 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 and he get it to the base and he started his journey. And I want to show you what he did. This is what he did right here. He went right up there and carved out Jamaica on Mount Everest. If you read it right here, Jamaica name has been scratched into Mount Everest. Hello, somebody? Hello. So you see, when you have a dream, when you have plans, when you have visions, you got to come into place and take action. And when you take action towards those dreams and your plan, honey, it will be. Don't you ever give up on your dreams. Don't you ever give up on planning what you have in your dream bucket. Go for it and do it as we open season 10. Let me tell you, I will stand right here ready to celebrate you. So make sure that you stay committed. But my main thing for you, my main thing, whether short term or long term, put God first, no matter what. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this first episode of season 10. Yes, we are in the season of overflow. So are you ready? And what are you planning? Whatever you're planning, be ready because we are going in. Thank you so much. Bye.